Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing another amazing coaster fight. This is going to be a pretty big one. This is between the two Intamin Hypers I've ridden. This is of Skyrush at Hershey Park versus Superman Ride of Steel at Six Flags America. I'm going to be comparing these two roller coasters based off a series of categories, and our first category is going to be height. And both are getting 6 for this category. Skyrush is about 212 feet, and Superman is about 208 feet, so, I mean, it's only about 4-foot difference, but you won't really notice it because these rides both look huge. So, I'm going to give a 6 because, I mean, it's kind of the same, I guess. Next up is the drop, and without a doubt, Skyrush is getting a 10. Skyrush's drop doesn't seem as long as Superman's drop. Superman's drop is pretty long, but Skyrush's drop just has some insane amount of airtime. It is unbelievable. Superman does have some good air too, but not quite as much as Skyrush. So I'm giving Skyrush a 10 and Superman a 9. Next is speed, and Skyrush and Superman are both getting 6s for this category. Skyrush is a hair faster than Superman is. Skyrush goes 75 miles per hour, while Superman hits a top speed of 73 miles per hour. And it's not really a big difference. You won't really feel a difference. So I'm just going to give both of them a 6. Next is layout. And Skyrush, this might sound weird, I'm just going to give it a 10 just because the layout is just so insane. Like, so many rapid fire transitions and crazy intense curves and some insane airtime. I'll explain that more towards the elements category. It's just awesome. Superman's getting a 7. Superman's layout is kind of strange. It's just some of it has straight sections, however, that kind of what adds to this coaster. It's just because it gives it some personality. I think that's kind of cool about Superman Ride of Steel. So I'm going to give Superman a 7 for this. Next up is smoothness, and both rides are very smooth. They are smooth coasters. Skyrush is getting a 9. I found Skyrush to have a slight rattle when I rode it. However, these coasters aren't exactly the newest. Skyrush opened back in 2012, and Superman opened around 2000, I believe. 2000 or 1999. I forgot when. But Superman is getting an 8. I thought Superman was pretty smooth. It definitely had a little bit of a shakiness to it, because I think most Intamins kind of have that kind of scenario. But Superman's getting an 8. Both rides are smooth. Next up is transitions, and both of them are getting 10s. But they're both different, because Superman doesn't jerk you at all. It is lovely. But Skyrush is getting a 10 just because their transitions are rapid fire. That's what I love about Skyrush, is the transitions are so rapid fire. It is insane. Skyrush easily gets a 10. Next up is elements, and Skyrush is getting a 10. Skyrush, I'm talking about like how good like the airtime is and stuff. And Skyrush's airtime is unbelievable. It's probably the most airtime I've experienced in a single ride. And the airtime is so violent. It's crazy. Superman's getting an 8. Superman's elements are kind of alright, I guess, at first, but then the final 2 or 3 airtime hills actually are really fantastic. However, I came into Superman with lower expectations than what I actually got. Like, I was expecting this ride to be pretty forceless. I'll explain once we get into the intensity category, but Superman's elements were much better than I expected. So yeah, let's move on to the next category, which is actually intensity. And Skyrush, there's no question here. There's no contest. Skyrush easily gets a 10 out of 10. In my opinion, Skyrush is the most intense coaster I've ridden at the moment. Skyrush is crazy intense. The G-forces on Skyrush are ridiculous. It's insane. I swear, I almost blacked out on the bottom of the first drop. It was nuts. And Superman's getting a 7. Now, remember what I said in the last category earlier about the helixes? Well, I was expecting this ride to be pretty forceless, but when I actually got on, I actually grayed out on the first helix. I thought that was kind of odd. So the coaster actually pulls some forces, believe it or not. So I'm going to give Superman a 7. It was an intense ride. Next up is duration, and this is the only problem with Skyrush. It is a short ride. It's about a minute long, and I'm giving it a 3. Superman's about 2 minutes, 2 seconds, so I'm going to give it a 7. Superman has a good duration, but neither of them are super long. So let's move on to our next category, which is pacing. Skyrush gets a 10. The pacing on Skyrush is incredible. Even on the lift hill, you are just going so fast. It is crazy. I love it. It's awesome. And Superman's getting a 9 for the pacing. Superman has some amazing pacing as well. It does feel like it loses speed throughout, for instance, the first airtime hill, but other than that, it doesn't really lose. The pacing just very consistent on Superman. Let's move on to our next category, which is theming. And Skyrush is getting a 1. I have no idea what Skyrush is themed to. It's themed to itself. I don't know what Skyrush's theme is, so I'm just going to go on a limb and just give it a 1. And Superman's getting a 2. Superman has a slight theme, I guess, even though it's themed to Superman. It has, I think, the Superman logos out the building and stuff, so you can kind of say there's a little theming present, but it's nothing at all. There's no theming during the ride whatsoever. It's Six Flags. What do you expect? Next up is the restraints, and this is most people's problem with Skyrush. A lot of people really dread the restraints on Skyrush. They say it's probably some of the worst restraints on any roller coaster anywhere. They think it sucks. However, I did not think the restraints were that bad. Yes, for me it kind of locked hard in your thighs and it kind of hurt a little bit, but it wasn't awful. I know some of my family actually hated the restraints a lot, but I didn't hate the restraints. Maybe it's because I think once we were sitting on the final brake run, it loosened a little bit, so that was good. So I'm just gonna go give it a 5. So it were okay. Superman, I'm giving a 7. If you're a dude, Superman's restraints can be kind of awkward. But I mean, one of the good things with Superman's restraints is that you feel very open and very exposed. That's what's good about Superman, that can give you some fantastic airtime. So I'm giving Superman a 7 for the restraints category. And we are at our final category, which is setting. And Skyrush is getting an 8. Skyrush's setting is pretty good. It uses some terrain to its advantage. There's a little hill, but it's also part of it's most of it's over water, which is I really love it when a coaster is over water. It's a really cool setting. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 for the setting. And then Superman's getting a 4. Superman's out on the field. It's nothing special, so it's getting a 4. And that is the end of the coaster fight. And we do have a winner here. Taking the lead as the winner of this coaster fight is Skyrush at Hershey Park. Congratulations, you have defeated Superman Ride of Steel. I think both of these coasters are absolutely fantastic. They are both in my top 10. They are awesome. However, if you had to choose one, definitely go on Skyrush. Skyrush is unbelievably intense, has some violent airtime, and it's just overall one insane ride. So that will do it for this coaster fight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment down below which one do you prefer. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and also I have a full playlist of other coaster fights you guys can check out on this channel. Also, don't forget to check out the social media link, which will be in the description below. I have been posting my top 25 roller coasters, which then I'll post a video on National Roller Coaster Day. See you guys next time. Have a theme-tacular day.